boxing news. And I am live for the early, early morning flow. It's 8 a.m. here, 8-ish, and I'm getting my cardio on, my morning mental health walk. I'm getting it in, people, and I want to share it with you guys. Um, I was just thinking about people that are attacking Turki Al-Sheikh, and not really attacking Turki Al-Sheikh, doubting basically his involvement in boxing. Is it a good thing or not? I just seen a short with Carl Froch. That's one of the first things I want to talk to you guys about. And he was stating that, Eddie Hearn, or Eddie Hill, was claiming that the Bivol versus Better fight was sold out. But to some people, it looked like it was scattered. It didn't look full. Eddie was lying, right? So I don't really know what it was because I wasn't there. But I've heard that from a few people, talking about Saudi Arabia in the atmosphere there, and they were drugged there. A lot of people looked like they didn't really want to be there. But let's talk about that for a minute. When you're talking with, or you're looking at those fights, just like Usyk and Fury, the biggest fight of the year, right? That was the biggest fight of the year. The Ring of Fire. Alexander Usyk taking on Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. And it was a good fight, man. Tactical, had action, had a lot of oohs and ahs, but then you did have a lot of the Arab cats in the middle, the rich Arab family or whatever. They're all taking front seat, but a lot of them didn't look like they were in like, they didn't look like they were excited, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. They did not. They did not look like they were excited. It looks like they were just there doing what they were told to do, or hey, we got seats to this thing, so we're gonna go to this thing, and that's gonna be it. We're gonna just chill and watch this fight between these two white guys. You know what I mean? That's what it seemed like to me. Where those two white guys were the champions of the world, undefeated. Alexander Usyk, unified champion, defending his championship status against Danny Dubois, Anthony Joshua twice, and he did the same thing at cruiserweight. Then you got Tyson Fury, overall legend, beat Vladimir Klitschko in 2015, then sung a song afterwards, then got high, then got wasted, then got fat, then got kind of unfat, then came back to sport, then tied with Deontay Wilder, the WBC champion, then came back, fought two other guys, actually, Otto Eileen and Tom Schwartz, then massacred Wilder, right? And then massacred Wilder again, and, during COVID, and then, did a bunch of other stuff, then fights Alexander Usyk. So, listen, those two guys like that, lost to Usyk eventually, but had a very tight fight with Usyk, and they're going to do it again. And then you got a guy that probably don't know any of this that was kind of pulled to a fight, or got invited, should I say, to a fight. And they're like, what the hell? Harry is that Ascroc, okay? My grandma died today. I had to push her down the stairs for an inheritance money. She only left me $5 million, the ungrateful woman. Wow. Man, you know what? You joking about that. So many people do that every day. I watch a lot of stuff, man. I dated a lot of women that like First 48 and Unsolved Mysteries and stuff like that. And then, you hear all about that stuff, all kind of court shows, crime shows. I'm actually a fan because it's interesting to see the mind of the mentally disturbed and overall crooked individual. I needed the gambling money. It should have been 10 mil. Yeah, that means you got a gambling problem. That's what that means. You inherit $5 million and you want to gamble. That's the first thing comes to your mind. You have a gambling problem. Because gamblers Normally people gamble and they get in the swing of gambling because they were broke and they were good at gambling. And then they get hooked on gambling. If you get $5 million and the first thing you want to do is gamble, you got a problem. Just like when you get a bunch of money and you want to buy some substance, okay? You got a problem. You know, you need to go to rehab before rehab turns to outhab, and outhab is the cemetery, okay? But needless to say, didn't want to waste my own. Okay. But back to boxing, you know, the scene in Saudi Arabia doesn't seem like it should be. But you know what I think about in Saudi Arabia, and I think mostly about why it is what it is. I think, you know, in Saudi Arabia, you know, I think alcohol is illegal, right? They don't drink there. So they don't, so you know what I mean? Where in London, anywhere else in the world, you're going to have bars, you're going to have waitresses that serve alcohol. You know? Jay, what's up, brother? How's your day going? It's going pretty good. Craig, Anello, what's up, brother? Good morning to you. Vinny Durant, I like Whitaker, but he were getting worked over by Cameron last weekend, to be honest. Yeah, he was that way. He was getting whooped that way until abracadabra, they fell out of the ring. I think we're gonna more about that story is gonna develop. And I think what cracked her wide open is what Ben tried to do to cover up the fact that he wasn't as hurt like he let on. Lee and Rach in the building. Good morning, Mr. Counterpunch. Good morning, Mrs. Counterpunch. Hope everything is well in the world. I do think Ben, though, needs to tighten up on his defense. Man, I'm going to cover a lot of Cameron's videos, bro. He had a lot of interviews that he's done. And he was just telling me, he was like, dude, I felt nothing on Ben's punches. Ben, he had shot his wad, so to speak. It was over for him. You know, his punches were getting lighter and lighter. He didn't have nothing behind those punches. And you could tell he was getting tired, though. You know, so you got to ask yourself, what kind of shape was Ben Whitaker in? You know, you see him do all that showboating with his neck all in the air like Anthony Joshua was with Tanya Dubois. And it makes you think like, okay, what's this kid really about? You know, we know he has a chip on his shoulder because there was no reason to do that to that fan unless he had a problem with him taking a picture showing his, you know, present state, that he was able to walk. Because people see that, oh, you can walk. That means, oh, you could have walked when you got flipped over the ring, over the ropes. Alan Vid, what's up? Hello. Can he beat Cameron? Well, this is to make this clear, okay? He's going to have to fight Cameron again because Cameron is talking mad He's talking mad Really, he is. Because he's done at least a dozen videos talking about Ben, talking about how underrated he is. And you have to remember, Cameron is the step up in opposition, okay? He's not the guy that Ben Whitaker was accustomed to fighting at the time. This was the answer to, hey, can this guy hang with better opposition? And that happened. He started getting pieced up. He started getting tired. He started getting hurt, you know. Now, a lot of people may say that could be a panic move. He might have just panicked, grabbed that boy and didn't know what else to do. Just hold on, because what happens when someone hits you in the boxing ring? We've seen it 100 times. For those who watch boxing, for those who don't watch boxing, when someone grabs a lot after getting hit, what does that tell you? They got hurt. You know, they got chinned with something they didn't like, body shot, whatever, and they grabbed for dear life and they got hurt. Bow! Uh-oh, I didn't like that. Grab him. You know what I mean? Tackle this dude or whatever. And that really looked like Cameron was trying to shove him off because he was doing work to him that he was liking. And it's a frustrating thing. If you punch someone, imagine you punch someone and they grab you. What is that about? I'm not trying to make love. I'm trying to beat you up. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make love to you. I'm not trying to wrestle. This isn't the UFC. This isn't the MMA. I don't want that. You know? I want to do exactly what I did before. Hit you. No diddy. So, Whitaker could make fun of journeymen like Mr. Bean, but took a beating with a real boxer this time. Yeah? He has a lot to prove now, though. He has to, first of all, prove he's not a dick. He has to not even that. He has to prove that he can fight. He needs to whoop Cameron. He needs an immediate rematch with Cameron because Cameron is there telling people, he said, I gave people what they wanted. I think I ended this boy's career. Yeah, I think I ended this boy's career. He's not going to be the same. You know, he has to fight him. You know, because if the whole moral or the whole objective was to get out of that fight with that guy because they didn't know what they were dealing with, he has to fight him and has to show people that he can deal with it. Counterpunch, right? Who should Deontay Wilder face for his next fight? Somebody easy. Wilder needs some confidence. He needs to fight someone like Otto Weiland. I think that would be perfect for him, especially if people now want him to fight Anthony Joshua, right? Anthony Joshua was impressed, or people were impressed, with his stoppage of Weiland. Weiland's never been stopped before. He's never been stopped before that time. He's never been stopped after that time. So take that for note. So all the AJ fans in here, I think that's be the fight that you would want. Put him in there with Otto Weiland. Put him in there with a guy that that's not a heavy puncher. Put him there with, because he ain't Zili Zane. He ain't like, because, Joseph Parker, he might not have a knockout punch, but what you gonna do? He's Polynesian. He's Kiwi. Those island boys over there are strong. Okay? So don't mean he can't knock you out, and don't mean he can't ring your bell. Okay, so, that was a totally different thing. AJ couldn't look, AJ didn't knock out or knock down Joseph Parker. And a lot of people looked at that fight kind of side-eyed, and Wilder lost to him, okay? Well, Otto Weiland, that's who AJ fought. Put him in there with Wilder. That's Wilder's next fight, Otto Weiland. I mean, if they wanted to do it right, because now we got another mutual opponent for Wilder versus AJ. Because, AJ, we all know what happened to AJ. AJ got destroyed by Dubois. Too cocky, too overconfident, too whatever. He wasn't too prepared. I know that much. That's the only two that he wasn't trying to do. Why can't Joseph Parker find an opponent now? In my opinion, he should fight Dubois. No, Dubois is not going to fight Joseph Parker. And I'm going to go out on a limb to say this. Dubois, I don't think wants to fight a fight like Parker. Parker is a guy that can move. Parker can also punch. He put Dillian White down. Yeah, he did. He put Dillian White down. Dillian White put him down first. He put Dillian White down. He wanted Dillian White. So he wants fights like that. He wants to avenge losses. But we do know that Jarrell Miller has revealed to a lot of people that Dubois and his team, they want that AJ fight again because they know AJ is not as mobile as someone like Parker. Parker is with Andy Lee. Andy Lee is a second generation tutelage of Emmanuel Stewart. See, if you know your boxing, Emmanuel Stewart, one of the founders of Crunk's Gym, he's trained Vladimir Klitschko, Lennox Lewis, Andy Lee. Andy Lee was trained by him. Now Andy Lee is training Joseph Parker. That's second generation, bro. He's doing well. Dubois don't want none of Joseph Parker because Joseph Parker is not a guy that's going to sit there and allow you to well on him like AJ was, because AJ just didn't know what to do. He just didn't know what to do. He got hit and pow! Eyes went big and clammed up. Rumors of Chisora versus Miller happening in January. That should be a fight that I would love to see. Man, imagine the build-up of White versus Miller. Bro, Miller's going to come in talking a gang of smack. You know, lately Miller's been in there with fighters that he's actually liked. You know, and I think that takes the steam and the promotion out of it. But it also shows you that Miller's not, you know, as bad of a person that we thought he was. He just didn't like AJ. He just didn't like AJ, you know? And Danny Dubois made him respect him because Danny, though, put those B's on him. I'm an AJ fan, and I am saying he is finished. Lex Gaming White T, counterpunch to you. Don't worry about it. You can still be an AJ fan and be wrong about AJ. But I'll tell you this, Lex Gaming White T, if he is finished, he will show you that he's finished if he loses to Dubois again. Dubois will be his last. You think he acted an ass when Usyk beat him for the second time? Oh, he's really going to show you that this time. Not long ago, AJ looked like the Terminator against Francis Ngannou. You know what? What year was that? That was this year. That was this year. You know? See, it's like, hey, if you ain't so good, I ain't so bad. That's what people got this mindset of. But understand this. Francis Ngannou came to the scene with no boxing experience. None. I don't care what he wanted to do. He had no boxing experience. And he came in there and gave Tyson Fury to lose. Tyson Fury was wrong for that. Maybe Tyson Fury came in like AJ came in against Dubois, too overconfident. Hey, I'm getting $30 million to fight a guy that's never been in the ring before. Ha, ha, ha. Suckers, you can hate me later, because that's exactly what people were criticizing Tyson Fury for being the best heavyweight on the planet, allegedly. So allegedly, if he was the best heavyweight on the planet, what is he doing fighting a UFC guy? You know? Instead of a boxer that deserves a shot at the title. You know what I mean? Instead of a Frank Sanchez. No, you wanted to fight Francis Ngannou because Tyson Fury was trying to make that money like Floyd and trying to be like Floyd. But Floyd was retired at the time, right? He was retired at the time. I'm sorry, bro. Gage is useless. He's always has been. Well, until he hits you. He's useless until he hits you. You know? Unlike Hrgovic, AJ actually hurt Dubois. Yeah. He hit Dubois, and Dubois, that leg got to doing a little stanky dance. He was doing that. Bro, the legs don't lie. When those fighters get hit, it's a nerve thing, okay? When you get hit, your body responds. Your nervous system gets shocked, okay? That's why you get hit, your legs stiffen. Yeah, that's real. If AJ beats Dubois, that will be the greatest comeback in history. That first fight was one-sided ass whooping. I hate to say it, and I hope I'm wrong. Well, yeah, I mean, he's going to have to. He's really going to have to. AJ's back's to the wall. You know, he just had a birthday on the 15th. Shout out to AJ. Happy birthday to you. Wilder's is next. Mine was first. Libra's in the building. Everyone loves Libras. Very true. Has a big right hand, but that's not enough on this level. I mean, he has a good left hook as well. I mean, the right hand is good, but I think that left hook is better. I'm just wondering, like, what happened to all these weapons when Dubois changed it? But I think that the jab of Dubois spooked Joshua. When Dubois started landing that jab, bop, and he got right in his own range. It's right in your own range of where you know you have to be to hit someone. And he's shorter than AJ, and AJ thought because he was a little taller that he couldn't hit him. See, when you're fighting someone that's shorter, you're always, look at Mike Tyson, look at David Tua. The deception of someone being shorter doesn't mean they can't hit you. Just because they're looking up at you doesn't necessarily mean that they always have a disadvantage. You just think that because your perception of being taller, you feel safe at a position, because if you're 6'2" and someone's 5'10" and you're looking down at them, you think, oh, well, they can't hit me. Well, those people, as well as height, also have arms. Since they have arms, they also have a sense of distance. They have a sense of distance. They know when to hit you, and they know where they hit you, and they know where they need to be to hit you. So that's what happened to Joshua. Joshua thought he was safe where he shouldn't have thought he was safe, because he clearly wasn't. And Dubois started landing that jab, and that started throwing him off, because we know anything about Dubois. When Dubois establishes the jab, he doesn't jab just to box. He jabs to land combinations. He uses the jab to set up the combinations. So when he threw that jab once, Josh was like, oh, that's a hard jab. How could he hit me with that jab? Oh, he's a better jabber than me. His jab is better than my jab. Because Joshua's jab it looked like it was shite compared to Dubois' jab. And then exactly when Dubois don't overthink anything. He ain't got that type of capacity. He knows, okay, works, get him. He went after AJ. He threw those combinations behind that jab. Excuse me. And that was all she wrote. The rest is history. Because those combinations started landing, those right hands, AJ pulling out with his chin up. What were you thinking about, ostrich? No head movement, no ring IQ. Up Andy Ruiz. Big up Andy Ruiz. And look, Andy Ruiz showed that, because Andy Ruiz showed that upper body movement. He don't have no neck. He got upper body strength, upper body movement. Why? You don't need a neck if you got upper body movement, because your head is moving with your body. And that's what Andy showed AJ. AJ caught him. He caught him with that one right hand. He did not land again. And then Andy took over. Andy slipping, dipping, bow, left hook. It was over with. AJ changed everything. June 1st, 2019. AJ beat Parker, but people know him very well for a reason. Parker ain't to be messed with. You better leave that Kiwi alone. That Kiwi will turn you into a pineapple, or crack your head like a coconut. Usyk caught Fury flush. Once you get in range or in the inside, shout out to the smaller heavyweights. Vincent N, that ain't no lie. That was a perfectly timed punch. He was catching Fury with those shots anyway. He was catching them anyway, to be fair. He was catching them anyway. He just caught him with that jackpot shot. That's what I call the jackpot shot. He caught Tyson. Tyson felt that, bro. He felt that. He's like, ooh, that boy caught me with a good one. And then he had to lean against the ropes. But it shows you, though, Tyson Fury has a lot of experience, man. He has a lot of experience. And see, Frank Warren knows. He has all the heavyweights. Frank is in charge. Frank Warren is now the man. Queensberry, advantage Queensberry. Big up Queensberry. Bro, they have everyone now. They have everyone successful. Hergovic got beat. Joshua got beat. Everybody got beat. That 5 versus 5 was a revelation. It was a revelation, bro. Queensberry came in and destroyed Matchroom. And you know something ironic? That's exactly what Shelly Finkel wanted to do 6 years ago when he wanted Wilder to get a gang of money for nothing to fight AJ. But I don't think he believed that Wilder could whoop AJ for the money that they're giving AJ, or giving Wilder. He wanted more. And he wanted more just in case AJ chinned Wilder. That's what that was about. Not saying he was like, I don't have faith in my boy, but anytime you put a fighter in there and you hold him back from another fighter. See, Shelly Finkel was exactly where Frank Warren is now. Shelly had Vladimir. Shelly had Wilder. Vladimir was the former king, but he was still the man because nobody knew where the hell Tyson Fury went, right? So the belts were pretty much up grabs. Then he had Wilder, but he did not want Vlad to overtake Wilder because we already know that Wilder, there's a good chance Wilder wouldn't have beat Vlad. You know what I'm saying? Especially in 2016 or 17. And they didn't want him, and he did not want him to do that. He wanted him to have his own reign. He wanted him to do his own thing. Bars. First bar of the morning, peoples. But no, Shelly knew that. And Shelly didn't want to bring his two fighters together. Frank Warren is in the same position. He doesn't want to put Dubois in there. Dubois is quote unquote the baby champion. Tyson Fury is that guy that's trying to get his belts back. If he gets his belts back, bro, Frank Warren will be the man. He's looking like he's looking more better now than he did 7 years ago. Shalom will become the new Matchroom. Ben Shalom. Ben Shalom looking kind of stressful now, man. You know? He ain't an Eddie Hearn, though, bro. I mean, he's okay, but he ain't an Eddie Hearn. He can't out-talk Eddie. Ben Shalom can't out-talk Eddie. He's kind of on the passive sly side, you know? Eddie's got good timing. He knows what to say and when to say it. Ben Shalom's he's passive. You know what I mean? Picture a girl you used to date that had it all, you know, outgoing, extrovert, you know? Then you get with somebody passive, and that may be a good thing. Some people don't know when to shut up, but, you know, but bring them around your fam, right? When you've dated, hopefully, a while, and then people will know the difference. Man, she's quiet. You know, she's unlike that other one. The other one's a chatterbox. That's Eddie and Ben right there. Danny, let's do you give AJ a chance to become the champion? Well, I mean, he got to beat Danny Dubois, you know? But hey, if Danny Dubois keep taking them trips to Brazil, he gonna get weakened. We ain't dumb. We all know what Danny doing. Danny might be dating Riza Fox, but he out there slamming other chicks in Rio de Janeiro. Come on, bro. He ain't out there just, no, bro. Danny got that money. You know? He got that cash. This dude renting yachts and boats and going all across the Atlantic. No. Bro, he's in Brazil, bro. He's in Brazil. Daniel Dubois is still in Brazil. Quan's big guns in the building. Counterpunch to you. Usyk nearly killed Fury. How do you think AJ will do in a rematch? Hopefully better than he did last time. I don't think he could do his work unless he just gets beat up in one round. That's the only way he can do worse. The only way AJ can do worse in a Dubois fight, he goes out there and gets chinned the first round and he's out. And he's done. Get him out of there. Go personal train for a living or something. Go personal train for free because you got enough money. You know? AJ Bo. You know, not Ty Bo, but AJ Bo. This is AJ Fitness. I'm your guest, Anthony Joshua, and I'm going to teach you guys some leg movements. Come on, ladies. You ready? Got the little thing right there. The little mic. Imagine AJ with the little mic. AJ definitely can't do worse than he did. He had a bad night. What's up, CP? You got a 2-. What's up, CP? Okay. I'm not sure he can take a solid shot. I think Triple D is the future. Well, Triple D is in the future. He's definitely a part of this. You know what I mean? He's the IBF champion. And you know what? He keeps kicking ass like that. He's going to make the IBF belt what it is. It's Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois is making a name for himself. Screw the belt. Let's talk about Daniel Dubois for a minute. Daniel Dubois is making a name for himself. Yeah. See, the more ass he whoops, let's say he gets in there and fights Joseph Parker and beats him. Oh, yeah, people will then really take him seriously because Joseph Parker is a guy that Turkey Al-Sheikh, I don't think, really primarily promotes for the big fights. He's just a pawn in the game, right? So if he whoops one of those pawns, if he takes on a Kabayel, and if he beats Mark McCauley, everybody's going to know Daniel Dubois is the truth, including me. I won't give him no more stick. I won't give him no more stick. Juna F. Love your content from Finland. Counterpunch from Finland. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Tony Lyons. I'm going to Ben's gym this Friday. Tomorrow. Not 100% AJ will be there, though. Yeah, Triple D is making a name. But when AJ whooped him, will that name still be there, or will people say he got lucky? They'll say he got lucky. Because, see, you can whoop a drug cheat or an ex-drug cheat, Jarrell Miller. You can whoop a guy that's really never been tested, really, by Hrgovic. I mean, he was in there with Zhang, so that's kind of harsh to say. So maybe I should take that back. You know, but a lot that could have went either way, okay? You know, Philip Hrgovic was just in a good position. You know, Eddie Hearn, you know, had him as a fighter. And, you know, but I mean, he's not really, I mean, besides being a good self-promoting fighter, he really didn't do much in the sport. That Dempsey-McKean fight was trash. Bro, that was a trash fight. Think about it. That was a trash fight, bro. It took this dude 11 rounds, 12 rounds. Really, the referee just stopped it out of just pure awkwardness and frustration. And a lot of these referees, bro, they're human. They get pissed off and like, you know what? Weigh this fight off. They do it. Assuming Bakole beats Kabayel. Exactly, because, bro, if Kabayel beats Bakole, people are going to have to really look and reevaluate who Kabayel really is. You know? That dude, bro, and the way he broke down Arslanbek, he did it stylistically. He did it systematically. He didn't go toe-to-toe with that awkward monster. No. He took his time, set up the combinations, went to the body, came in and out. And you can tell anybody that has that type of ability, you know, is going to be a problem, especially for someone like Dubois, because, see, one thing about Dubois does not like movers. He does not like mobile fighters. He does not like fighters with footwork. That's what that means. Just fighters with footwork. They can move. They can get out of dodge. They can elude attacks. They can elude danger. When they get caught, let's get out of dodge. Side to side, right? More side to side, bobbing and weaving in, weaving out, you know, stepping on the outside, stepping on the inside, getting off the center line. They're able to do that. You know, Parker, he's good. I don't even think Parker's good as Kabayel, because I think Kabayel is better than Parker and is doing that. But both of those guys are good. That's why I would respect the fight between the two, because they would have to go at it. But Kabayel has this Mickey Ward-like special ability. He has a body punch, bro. That body punch will send you wailing because he works himself to get inside and then work the body. I think Parker could beat Usyk. Maybe. He's bigger. He's put on more weight. I don't know if that's a good thing because, see, here's the thing. Fighting someone like Usyk, you don't need to be bigger. You may need to be slimmer. That's the problem. Joseph Parker might run out of gas fighting Usyk, especially if Usyk's able to chin him, because that's going to be a physical and mental fight. Understand that. That's going to be a physical and mental fight between Joseph Parker and Usyk. And I don't think nobody beats Usyk mentally. I just don't. He's got the youth, but he's gained that weight. And I employ anybody, Jaya Pataya, if you're listening, please don't gain a bunch of stupid weight. Don't gain a bunch of stupid weight, bro. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people, you know, the lineage, the history, Polynesians are naturally strong. They don't need to gain weight to be powerful, but it happens because the diet is terrible. I know the diet is terrible. It's terrible, bro. The diet is terrible. I'm just saying it's terrible. Look at David Tua. David Tua did the same shit. He was 220 pounds solid. Looked like a Samoan Mike Tyson. That's how he was built. In 2 years, so from 97 to 2000, in 3 years, this man gained 30 pounds. Mad, bro. What is this about? It's like, yo, why would you gain that much weight? Then he fights Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis peppers him all night long. He can't move. He doesn't have the stamina or anything. Joseph Parker looks like he's doing the same shit. He's doing the same shit. You know, this dude, he was slim. You know, he's not a huge heavyweight. He doesn't supposed to be. You need those attributes. It's called your own attributes. Stop trying to acclimate and gain weight to fight certain guys to make you feel that you can compete with them. You could always compete with them anyway. Doesn't matter. None of that matters. You can compete with these guys anyway. I need to gain more weight. I like it. I like the weight. No, you like to eat. That's what it is. You don't like the weight. You like to eat. He ate Anderson's punches. Usyk is done with the heavyweight division. He drops back down after the Fury fight. Danny Letts. If he goes back to cruiserweight, he may be in trouble. And if he gets chinned by someone like Jaya Pataya, that's his fault. Because I've warned Usyk. Usyk's had a severe and stern warning. Usyk's been warned. You go back to cruiserweight, okay? Go back to cruiserweight. After you've already acclimated. See, to be fair, Roy Jones really only fought once. Usyk's fought 6 times. Think about it. He's fought, who did he fight? Witherspoon, Chisora, Joshua twice, Dubois, then Fury. This dude has fought 6 times at heavyweight. Now you want to drop that weight, shred that weight to go back to cruiserweight. Fine. Okay. You get chinned, don't say I didn't warn you. 17-year-old Moses Atoma gave Triple D the business in sparring. Yeah, man, I'm gonna do yeah, that's my next video, honestly. I've already done it, I gotta drop it. I wanted to go live first. Because I just think it's weird to go live and have a video trending, you know? I don't think that's the right type of marketing. But yeah, you know, and I think that cycle starts all over again. AJ was in the same position where Daniel Dubois gave him the blues. Right? Now we hear Moses Atoma gave Triple D the blues. Triple D. Kabayel would beat Fury, that's it. Roy's problem was 1, he dropped the weight too quickly. 2, he stopped using pads. What was he on anyway? You know, a lot of people were on that shit. I think that was just the thing. I think Peds were like the new Skittles, you know, the new pick-me-up. They were the Quaaludes of the early 2000s. Think about it, man. You had Fernando Vargas. Fernando Vargas was on roids. Sugar Shane was on roids. Roy Jones Jr. was on roids. Dude, a lot of fighters were on roids. Crazy. Them dudes were, yeah, they were juicing, man. And it was kind of a new thing before, you know, the organizations caught on to what was going on, you know. Kurt, do you think it's a good idea for Wilder to go down and fight that Kevin? I don't think I think it'll be good for his name. He needs to stay in the heavyweight division and spark someone there. What if he can't? What if he can't spark nobody there? I think, look, that's a safe fight though. If I was, depending on how much money he'll get for it, it's all about the money. Wilder is 39 years old. This boy was born in 1985. He's 39 years old. Okay. So that means that he needs all the money he can get. He needs all the money he can get, and it's all about the money. And it should be. That man's 39. You know, he lost that big DAZN deal. That was crazy. See, that DAZN deal, that's retirement deal. Wilder got that, bro. And you know how Wilder got that? speaking up AJ's name, being a self-promoter, talking trash. That's how Wilder got that. And in, you know, in looking at it, I'm not mad at it. The only thing I'm mad at is he didn't take the deal. He didn't take the deal. And then gonna tell Tyson Fury, oh, actually, they actually offered me more money to fight AJ. Well, why didn't you fight him then? I thought AJ was a runner or scared or he was begging. Now you're saying this shite. Come on, bro. Roy's not a fighter who needs steroids, so why would Roy take that when he knows he is more gifted than anyone? I don't know. Maybe he took him at a heavyweight, didn't he? I don't know. I mean, that really wasn't a big thing back then, to be fair. The big thing about Roy is he got knocked out by Antonio Tarver in the rematch. I mean, that was the biggest thing. And before that, you know, because I was more of a historian of personal, and, you know, because I believe that a boxer is more to a boxer than just what he does in the ring, is what he does outside of the ring to affect what he does in the ring. Still thinks AJ ices Wilder. Well, you got to ask yourself now, how worthy are them? How, you know, what's their worth like these days? What is their worth like these days? That's what you ask yourself. In terms of finances, how much should a fighter aim to collect in terms of investments to retire? A fighter from third world just needs 1 or 2 good paydays and can leave the game. Somewhat. Canelo's Floyd's son. It depends, because look at somebody like damn, what's the guy from Nicaragua, the guy that smokes cigarettes? What's his name? Paul Sugar Shane and everyone. What's that guy's name? Somebody help me for a second. I'm getting a brain fart. Ricardo Mayorga. There we go. Ricardo Mayorga is from Nicaragua. This cat is broke right now. He's broke as broke. That's why he did UFC. That's why he did MMA. That's why he took shit fights. This man is broke. Maybe that's the way he he spent his money. Yeah, Mayorga. Yeah. But that's why he spent his money recklessly. He splurged. So, I don't know, man. I honestly think that it's how you manage your money. But maybe 1 or 2 good paydays, like after they rape you of the money that you've made, because that purse gets snatched, bro. By the time a boxer makes a purse, that purse is snatched. It's snatched. Bro, you're going to get robbed. Yes, it's Mayorga. Yeah. Thanks, guys. So, yeah, I mean, but I think what it is, you know, you have to know what to do, man. If, like boxing, I mean, for one, start investing in Bitcoin, something like that, you know? Bitcoin is the way to go. You know what I mean? Because that's been proven. I just wish I could have got in early. If I had a time machine, bro, I'd go back and buy like 30 shares of Bitcoin, 30 coins. You'll be a millionaire right now. You don't have to do anything else. The interest alone, you'll just be chilling. Chilling, you know, and then with the interest, I'll buy properties, you know? Roy was the best pound for pound in the 90s. And I remember how secret society wanted to make Roy disappear. They did. And you mean secret society, I mean those old guys, those old farts that had to commentate. Not Harold Letterman, but yeah. Yeah, Harold Letterman. Is it Harold Letterman? Yeah, he didn't like it, man. He didn't like any of those dudes. I didn't know he was a part of the Klan. That dude was a Klansman, bro. I'm just enjoying this. Hatman thinks Atoma beats AJ now. If AJ's done, a lot of people can beat him now. So yeah, if AJ's finished, who can't beat him? Put me some gloves on. I'll probably go in there and chin AJ. If he's finished, because that means he can't take a shot. And anybody that sparred me knows I can punch. So no, if he's finished, anybody can beat him. A lot of people, not anybody, not everybody, but a lot of people. If he's finished, he's done anyway. That means he can't take a shot. So as soon as he takes a shot, he's in trouble. Wilder looked frail against Zhang. He should hang them up now, in my opinion. Well, I think we need to understand these fighters are fighters. So to say, man, hey, you gotta, so if you were a barber and you're like, you know what, man, you got a shit haircut, you need to stop, you need to put those clippers up. You need to close your shop. I think that's kind of severe. I want to see a Toma with a recognized heavyweight. Me too. Hey, we seen Ben Whitaker with a decent light heavyweight. And what happened? What happened? I think Wilder should fight Joshua first. No, I think Wilder should just fight somebody. Get his bearings back. Going in there with the AJ fight, because what's going to happen? Whoever lands is going to win. Whoever hurts the first one. If Wilder comes with that punch and hurts with Joshua, he's going he's going to slap his ass down with windmills. He catches Wilder, he's going to windmill Wilder. You know what I mean? He's going to windmill Wilder. I mean, Joshua. He's going to win. Wilder will windmill Joshua to the ground. They talking about Atoma, say way they did with Ben Whitaker, and look what happened. Atoma hasn't fought anyone yet. I think Atoma. How would AJ do against Zhang? We got to know where AJ's at. AJ might be done. He might just chin. See, this is what happens in boxing. And I want people to pay attention to what I have to say. If Joshua knocks out Danny Dubois, but let's say he does it like he did Francis. Let's say he catches Dubois. Dubois really never recovers because AJ doesn't give him time. AJ sets the right hand up, sets up a left hook, drops Danny Dubois. If Danny Dubois gets up shaky, and then they stop the fight, everybody then will say, AJ's back, right? Bars. But why? Why? I mean, think about it. Why? Why would people say AJ's back? And what clearly happened is AJ just caught Dubois with a couple good shots, and those couple good shots counted. They hurt Dubois, you know, that affected Dubois a great deal. Okay? And everybody's gonna say, oh man, it was a fluke. Okay, but he ain't even, but Danny Dubois probably didn't even catch AJ with any punches. But to be fair, AJ should condition himself, bro. He should condition himself. But you seen the size of AJ's neck? That dude does enough neck conditioning to to absorb punches. And if he can't take shots, he's finished. He just doesn't have a chin anyway. Let's be real. His chin isn't as strong because, you know, the dude, him, Tyson, Canelo, you know, look at Canelo's neck. All those dudes been following Tyson because they've been watching that Mike Tyson early training shit when Mike was a straight savage and a young kid and he had a neck like 20 inches, you know? Mike was a specimen, bro. And people caught on to that. AJ got slept cold. There shouldn't be a rematch. Roll the dice. Roll the dice sounds like a mental tool. Yeah, shut that shit off. But anyway, yeah, it does. Yes, it does. Funny, if AJ beats Triple D in the rematch, they'll say there will be no rematch. Well, there'll be no trilogy. There'll be no rubber match. Maybe. It depends. Yeah, they'll run off like they did with Andy It's just Andy's fat ass just got fatter. So he really didn't deserve it. He was just a guy that got lucky one time and really didn't show up prepared for the second time. So that's Andy's fault, really. Andy could have came more prepared. He could have came more prepared, but he didn't. And that's the problem. And then, you know, he came in, you know, Andy was probably about 300 pounds, bro. He came in at 283. This man was, he probably gained, you think about it, this guy was 267 pounds. Was he what, 267 when he fought AJ the first time? How much did Andy weigh? 267? 257? Man, the cops are coming for you, Kurt. Run. They would have been here by now. Jordan all the time. Damn, Andy, a big boy. Yeah, he was a big, and then he's short. He's about 6 foot tall. He's about 6 foot tall. Throw a sticky bomb. Bro, I hate this phone. I'm gonna get another phone. I hate this one. This one sucks. AJ didn't come to fight in the rematch. He ran the whole fight. AJ didn't engage. He didn't have to. Because Andy didn't engage. I mean, you talking about he didn't engage. Andy didn't engage. Andy's a shorter guy with the shorter arms, with the shorter legs. He's supposed to engage AJ. He didn't do his job. AJ could sit back and jab him. And he figured that out. He's like, I can jab him and throw the right hand, isn't it? I can do that. And that's what happened. He jabbed him, threw a right hand every so often, moved, bobbed, circled, and kept Andy's ass in the middle of the ring and boxed his big ass. Boxed him, back, boxed him, back, back. Caught him, boxed him, just boxed him, bro. That's what he did. And Andy just sit there talking about, come on, dude. Because, you know, he got them little T-Rex arms. He wanted him to come in range. And it really made sense, and it was really foolish. Like, AJ, how could you get whooped by somebody that short? Because Andy couldn't even land when he threw the shots, honestly. You know what I mean? He was throwing shots at AJ, and it was almost like, damn, dude, the dude was reaching for a limb. You know? Playing it safe without confidence. Who do you have at number 3 in heavyweight? Bakali, Parker, Zhang, Dubois? I don't know. I mean, at this point, they got to keep fighting to know where that's at. Like right now, you got Usyk number 1. I don't know where Tyson is until he fights Usyk again. If he loses to Usyk again, he'll be in he'll be in the top 10 still. He'll probably be where AJ is, according to Ring Magazine. But no, Usyk. Then you got Dubois. Then you have those guys, Kabayel, Bakali, Parker. You know, it don't really matter what order. Those are the top 5. I just said them. Those are the top 5 right there. But we have to see what happens first, because the rematch is still up for grabs. What if Tyson beats Usyk? Then Tyson will be number 1. Then where will Usyk be? Number what? 3 or 4? But then who will know that? Because, you know, Usyk's not going to fight all those damn fights. You know what I mean? Usyk may retire if he loses to Tyson Fury. You know? Yeah, you got Kabayel, bro. He ain't going nowhere. The only way Kabayel doesn't succeed is his promotional company doesn't do him right. I don't think they are. I don't even think they're doing what they're supposed to. You know, if he was with Eddie Hearn or Frank Warren, Kabayel would fought twice already. He'd kicked a whole lot of ass. Fury is finished. He also, his best days are behind him. We'll see. We'll see in 2 months. AJ came to box. That's right. He won, and people can cry till they blue. Lennox Lewis didn't engage with Tua. Why ain't you crying about that? Lennox Lewis knew his game plan before he fought Tua. He didn't get chinned by Tua first. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Lennox Lewis knew exactly what the hell to do because Lennox Lewis is a lion. That's a bad mother sucker right there. I didn't like him, but I had to respect him because I knew, yo, I don't like him. He's a pompous prick. He's kind of bland, but he will beat you up. That's it. Lennox Lewis will beat you down, bro. I'm surprised he didn't knock out Holyfield. And it just shows you how tough Holyfield is. You stopped Tyson, but that's an older Tyson, to be fair. Tyson's the youngest heavyweight ever. And understand this. He's the youngest heavyweight ever, but he did a lot of things at a young age. So he peaked way before these other fighters. Lennox Lewis peaked later on. It took fine tuning. It took another trainer. It took a lot of readjustments. You know, this dude had to leave Jamaica or UK or wherever the hell he stayed and had to go to Kronk's gym, right? He had to get that tutelage. He had to get he had to get the right team. And it took him years. Lennox Lewis, here's the thing. Lennox Lewis, the only reason Lennox Lewis is nothing like AJ. He's nothing. AJ is a national icon. Lennox Lewis was not. Frank Bruno was more important to the British public than Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis was that guy that a lot of people just did not like. So when he got knocked out by McCall, there was no pressure on Lennox Lewis because nobody liked Lennox Lewis anyway. So he had time to take his time to fine tune, to get himself together. There was 5 fights in between the McCall fights. The second rematch, the revenge, I guess you could call it that. I don't know. I wouldn't call it that. But the second time, the next opportunity that he had to fight McCall was 7 fights later. But if that was AJ, they would expect AJ to fight him right away because AJ's a national icon. He's more important than, look, AJ's bigger than Lewis. AJ's bigger than Frank Bruno. AJ's bigger than all those guys. Maybe Tyson Fury. You know what I mean? He's just that guy. He's bigger than those dudes. Market-wise. I'm not talking about skill, okay? I'm not talking about skill. I'm talking about marketability. Desire, demand. You know? Marquee value. He's bigger than all those dudes. That's why everybody's pushing his ass right back up into the fire. You got to fight Dubois. Dubois just beat the shit out of him, and that's how people look at him. He's not a Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis was that guy that nobody really liked. He was that guy that he took his time because nobody expected him to be around anyway, and if he did, who cares, because we don't like Lennox Lewis. AJ is on Canelo's level. Floyd level. Well, it's for marketability, not skill. No, because there should. See, I'm disappointed in AJ. AJ should have known better than doing some shit he did. I'm just disappointed in that dude. I am. You should have never let. You should have. See, that whole fight should have been him showing Dubois, hey, you got lucky in sparring, and let me show you how a boxer boxes. Let me show you how there's levels to this. Let me show you, Dubois, how the big brother can beat you up still. Yeah, you got a little muscles and you're grown now, but understand, I'm not over the hill and I'm going to show you for real. Bars. That's how that fight should have went. Dubois beat him up. And it wasn't shit that he did. Dubois didn't do anything miraculous. He just did his job. He didn't have squeaky clean defense either. He was just better than he used to be. But what does that mean? That means, AJ, where are you realistically? Oh, he's done. I mean, well, hell. You know, big hitters crack chins. How do you see Makhmudov versus Usyk? Man, I was thinking about that fight yesterday. Maybe was it this morning? I don't know. I'll tell you this. It's important that fight happened. Makhmudov and Usyk had to happen because those two guys deserve a redemption fight. This is it. Whoever wins this moves on. And I think whoever should win this fight should go on to the next level, wherever that is. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Two different styles like that. But then you'll have Makhmudov. I think he will be aggressive, unlike he was with Terrence Crawford. I think he was too cautious with Crawford. I think with that, I think He knew Crawford's a counterpuncher, so he didn't want to leave himself open like he normally does. Madrimov fought too much of a controlled fight. And when I mean controlled, I mean cautious. But he's not going to do that with Boachuk. They're going to go toe-to-toe. It's a different style. You know, Boachuk, they're both heavy-handed. You know, I think Madrimov is definitely more technical than Boachuk, but, you know, they both have heavy hands. Madrimov should win. Kurt, what do you think about Usyk Fury 2 undercard? I think it's good. I think it's good. I think Madrimov wins. I think he does too. I think Boachuk was good for Virgil Ortiz's style, but Virgil's tough. But I always wanted to see Virgil Ortiz take on Terrence Crawford. I think that fight should have happened already. But then again, I wanted to see Virgil Ortiz versus what's the guy's name down there that he was going to fight and he got sick? Boachuk has been KO'd before. Okay. He may be KO'd again. No, not Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu's good though, man. He's good. You know, he's working with his father now, which I'm proud of that. You know, I always wondered, like, why didn't he train with his father anyway? I know his father ain't. You know, those guys, like, some people stay in shape until they drop dead. Yard versus Boatsi, who wins? Probably Yard. I think Yard has more range. You know? What do you think Cryberry Baby Haney needs to do to redeem himself? To me, there is nothing. I don't know what Haney should do, man. I know he's with Freddie Roach. I know Devin Haney is... I know Devin, man. I know he's doing something that nobody respects. Not yet. And people, I mean, regardless of what you say... Oh, God. What a piece of shit chair. Okay. Okay, I think that, oh man. Hey, what's going on, boss? You all right?
Just
just put it in there, yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah, Haney, I think, you too, man. I think Haney is a guy that he's doing something that nobody's done. But I don't think that's going to be the end, because let's say he wins against Ryan. A lot of people are going to do it, especially in the way that happened. For battery, you're in a boxing match. That's like suing a person in war for getting shot. That's the craziest thing ever. Yo, bro, I was in war and you shot me. I'm going to sue you. What? Okay, boxing headed in a great direction right now. Post-Floyd era, Turkey is getting all the top fighters exposed. We finally get to see everyone fight instead of ducking. Yeah, that's true. Haney can come back, but it will be a process or a risky rematch. He ain't going to rematch him if he's suing him. He's doing some moral shit. He thinks I'm winning morally. No, you're losing morally. You may win financially, but, you know, but morally you've lost. But if he wins and he wins some money, other people are going to do the same thing Devin's doing. So everybody's talking about Devin Haney right now. But I think this is a new level of discipline when it comes to cheating. Think about it. Devin Haney suing Ryan Garcia. I don't know for how much money, but he's suing him. And I think the type of money that he's suing him for is going to hurt Ryan's pockets pretty much so. Because he's going to have to pay this man. Not only did he get banned, no, that's not enough. See, people talk that talk, but when it's time to walk that walk, let's really think about it. Devin Haney, yeah, for battery. Yeah, I know that's not the most popular thing to do. But I think it's more of a discipline thing. I've always said, I've agreed with Paula Malignaggi, that if someone's cheating, take their purse. Damn, fining them like a percentage of the purse that they made, or $200,000 or $300,000 when they've made $7 million. What is that? You know what I mean? That's not a good enough. No, take half their purse or all their purse. So basically, that's what's happening. He's getting sued because he cheated. The lawsuit was dropped. No, he's still suing them, unless this is new news. Unless this is new news. But understand, if he wins, you think Devin Haney's going to be dumb enough to fight Ryan? No. He ain't going to fight Ryan, because Ryan do the same thing. Because people with habits do the same thing, especially when they're scared. Habits are very hard to break. Vincent N. That's what I'm wondering. Be funny if he loses that suit. Well, if he loses the suit, he just loses the suit. But I think they have enough evidence to win. You know, the funny thing is, here's the coward thing. He ain't trying to fight him again. But then you could justify that, though, by saying, you know what? I ain't fighting you because I know you're going to find another way to cheat. And my life and credibility is on the line, or health is on the line. Haney can win in court. Ask Skip. He outboxed Garcia. Haney don't want that left hook anymore. No, he don't. Because it may feel the same way. You know what I mean? Especially, let's say they fight at 140 or 147. See, Ryan Garcia, he's not a short dude. He's, what, 5'10"? He don't belong at 135 anyway. He shouldn't have fought Tank in the first place. I know it made him richer, but he shouldn't have fought Tank. Tank is doing what Manny Pacquiao did in higher weight classes. That's why Tank is not being respected. Tank's doing things at his own weight class that Manny did when he moved up in weight. See, everybody used to talk about Manny, the catch weight king and all that, but at the same time, Manny was a lot smaller than those guys. Manny is Tank size. Tank's probably bigger than Manny. You know what I mean? Probably, besides his head. They both got big heads, right? But Tank's fighting at 135. Manny was fighting at 147, 154. Now, if he was fighting at that, I could understand like a rehydration clause or a catch weight or something like that, because he's naturally a smaller dude moving up in weight. But Tank ain't moving up in weight. This dude went from 130, then to 135. He went to 140, then went back to 135. And then you still want rehydration and all that dumb shit. Like, why would you want all that? Ryan is 5'9" at most without shoes. Okay. A person that small at 135 or 140 pounds, okay, 5'9" is pretty tall. Realistically, what top fighter can Haney beat? I don't know. Because this is what's going to happen. If Haney loses and he keeps losing, he's going to blame it on Ryan. Blame it on Ryan. I think Haney finally fought someone his size. Haney has always been a weight bully, but he couldn't do it to Ryan. I mean, they're both the same size to me. In fact, Devin looked a little bigger than Ryan. Those are young boys, bro. They're young boys growing into men. All right? That's it. Tank put a rehydration clause on Ryan because he knows he's too big for him. He did that to drain him, but I don't understand those concessions. I don't understand them. Like, why would you be proud of that? You think you're smart because you drain a fighter? It just shows you how crooked boxing is. It just shows you how scary and the you know, and just like dirt baggish that boxing really is. Like, why would you, if you know that guy is good at 140, why would you want him? And you know, well, he can balloon up. Well, you can't beat him at his best. You can't beat the most dangerous version of that fighter. That's what you're showing me. That's what people do. Well, let's put a rehydration clause on there. Okay, so that means you don't want this guy to rehydrate so he can give you a better fight. People don't respect true challenges these days. They're pussies, all of them. Everyone that does that, Canelo included. If you got a rehydration clause and you put that on a fighter just to weaken the fighter or slow down the fighter, you're a pussy. I don't care about what you say. You are a pussy. You don't want a challenge. You want to have the advantages, and you don't want that guy to be more challenging to you. You're a pussy. That's it. You're a businessman / pussy. That's all you. That's the only thing you can say about that. That's the only thing you can say about those guys. Tank Davis included. You need rehydration clauses, bro. What you need that for? If he makes weight, who cares? Why do you want a rehydration clause? You're worried about that dude being too big, too strong for you. And people call Tank Davis a weight bully. Quiet kept. Dude, it's just, no. Bro, I'm just like that type of stuff. Floyd started that shit. Yes, Floyd started that shit. Well, no, you know what? Did he? No, he didn't. You know who did it? Oscar De La Hoya did it. The king of pussies. Oscar De La Hoya did it. The king of pussies. Why? He did it against, and look, he did it against Bernard Hopkins. Bernard Hopkins is the middleweight champion. Where do you think Canelo got that from? He got it from Oscar. Oscar wanted Bernard Hopkins to go to 157, and he did. That's why I applauded Triple G. For not doing that shit, because Canelo wanted him to go to 157 or 155, I think it was. I think it was like 156, 157, and they offered him like $15 million flat. Okay? And, you know, Triple G was like, dude, I'm the champion. I'm not going down to 157. You come up if you want to challenge the champion. And Golovkin wasn't a weight bully by no stretch of the imagination. He was a hard-headed, strong, solid chin guy that had good skills, silver medalist, lost 5 fights in the amateurs, won over 300 of them. He was a bad dude. Nobody wanted to mess with Golovkin. Not Eubank, not Saunders, none of them. Saunders even made a joke that Golovkin could whoop him and Eubank in the same night. But where did he get it? He got it from Oscar. Oscar wanted those concessions because he was the A side. That A side shit goes too far. And a lot of people adopted that. So Floyd didn't start that, to be fair. He did not start that. Oscar started that. And Floyd just adopted it. Because believe it or not, Floyd had to fight Oscar to become money, right? Oscar gave birth to all those guys doing all that pussy behavior. That's pussy behavior. He taught pussy behavior to these people. It wasn't Floyd. Everybody blames Floyd. Floyd. No, it was Oscar. Oscar wanted those concessions, and he got them because he was the golden boy. He was the golden Olympian. He made all the money. He was the cash cow. He's outsold all the pay-per-view. He's been on pay-per-view 1,000 times. Okay? And then when Floyd beat him on the hairs of his chinny chin, he turned into a pussy too. If you guys watch Transformers, it's almost like Optimus Prime. Oh, Oscar De La Hoya was Optimus Prime. Floyd Mayweather is Hot Rod. Then he turned into Rodimus Prime. That's what that was about. Still doing the same shit. Yeah. That's what happened. But then Oscar got knocked out by Bernard Hopkins, so advantaged Bernard Hopkins, and now he's his business partner. Because he tried to fuck him. That's why. No, did he? He tried to use that advantage, that 157-pound advantage, that weight, that catch weight advantage to beat Bernard Hopkins. That's what happened. Oh, I made great investments. Mayweather. Floyd. Oh, I made great investments. Mayweather. No, seriously, man. Seriously. Exactly. And Oscar, you know, and see, that was in 2006, right? Yeah. Then he fought Floyd in 2007. Then he got retired by Manny Pacquiao, which, guess what? Catch weight. You see the irony? Because Manny made him go in the catch weight at 145, and he got starched. Shakur Little TBE. Yeah, that's a good name for Shakur. What the hell is he doing with his little brittle hands? Yeah, he is a little Floyd Mayweather, isn't he? Brittle, yeah, he's a little TBE. The best ever brittle ass hands. So no, bro. You guys, you see, heavyweight division, you don't have all that shit. You don't have all the weight classes and rehydration clauses and catch weights and shit. You don't have all that stuff. You don't have it. Sorry, I had to rant for it. Rant mode, because it just kind of caught me and it just makes me sick, you know? But Oscar, you know, aging out fighters, it's not the right time. Don't fight him now. It's not the right time. Well, when's the right time, Oscar? Teofimo's due for a big fight. Listen, let me tell you something about Teo. Teo gets too comfortable. He's either too comfortable or too prejudiced or too racist or whatever. But I'm going to tell you about Teo. Teo's a contradiction. Teo could have had his fights. He could have fought Lomachenko. He didn't want to fight Lomachenko. He didn't want to fight him again. Didn't want to bitch about money. Yeah, they're draining you dry, but you don't want to take the fight that could put you financially where you want to be. It makes no sense. So don't complain about money. I still ain't got a good fight, yo. I still ain't got a big fight. You know, I don't get that big money no more. But you still got to break bread with everybody. Kurt, not listening to his corner. If it's a chess match, Tank will be winning. Tank will iron him out, though. Tank's good, but see, Tank's already ruined. He's ruined. He's morally ruined. Why? Because Floyd has been drilling doctrine in his ear since he started. He may hate Floyd now. Canelo may hate Oscar De La Hoya. But understand this. Those guys have already taught their doctrine upon those fighters. Those guys. Oscar De La Hoya gave birth to Canelo Alvarez. He taught him. Canelo's a disciple of Oscar De La Hoya. Tank is a disciple of Floyd. That's why they act the way they act. Think about the things that they do. It's bitch shit that they do. The bitch shit that they do is because of the people that taught them the bitch shit. Bottom line. That's all that really means. That's what that means. See, Canelo, I don't like Floyd. I don't like Oscar. Oscar taught you everything you need to know, and then some. All the bad shit. He just was a better champion. He just done things better. He was just, he's just better than Oscar at doing stuff. Oscar wasn't bad. I mean, Oscar had a lot of protection as well. All that stuff he did, all that essaying stuff that he did back in the day. Dude has like 5-6 kids from all these chicks. He was a whore amongst other things. See, Canelo didn't, Canelo just stayed away from the blow. But all those other things, rehydration clauses, catch weights, all that stuff, came from Oscar. Oscar taught him well. Tank Davis, same thing. He may hate Floyd, but Floyd taught him well. Floyd taught him what he wanted him to know, and that's what he's been doing and going with ever since. So don't get it twisted. Those guys may hate their masters or their teachers, but they're still following the same teaching. He definitely taught him well. Crawford doesn't even have fans. Yeah, he has fans. Yeah, he does. They're just not as fanatical as other fans. Probably not as many. But, Crawford is a guy also, But, Canelo, I don't think that was smart to fight Crawford in the first place, though. You don't fight the ultimate small badass dude. Yeah, fight Khan, he has no chin. Fight Jermell Charlo, because who is he really? Who is he really beat? And he's been in there with a lot of people. You know what I mean? He's nobody, you know, great. Stay away from Crawford. Crawford's a combination of Erislandy Lara and Floyd Mayweather. Stay away from him. And with a touch Tyson, stay away from him. You don't want to fight Terrence Crawford, because if Terrence Crawford whoops you, he's going to destroy your. Think about if Canelo lost to Terrence Crawford, it would destroy his legacy. Think about it. Think about that. Okay, let's do a poll before I jump off of here. Canelo beats Crawford easy. Yeah, you say that. That's the thing that people would like to think. But what if he didn't? What if he didn't? What if he didn't? Yeah, Canelo, but see, Canelo knows all money ain't good money. There's a reason he don't want to fight. He doesn't want to fight guys like that. He said it. I don't like to fight guys like Crawford. Man, a lot of people think Erislandy Lara beat Canelo, bro, including me. Even though I think Canelo attempted to do more to win because he knew he was behind. He attempted to do more to win. He threw punches and bunches. He threw combinations. He wanted to wow the judges because he knew, I cannot outbox this Cuban fighter. And he showed you that. As good as Canelo's supposed to have been with his counterpunching, he could not outbox Erislandy Lara. And we learned that in the first 5 rounds. He couldn't do anything with Lara. That's why he started throwing punches to the body, because there was nothing else he could do upstairs. This man landed 2 punches, head punches around. 24 shots, 24 headshots. That's what Canelo landed. Think about that. 24 headshots. That's what Canelo landed. Crawford would run and not really fight Canelo. You know what? What you call running, I guarantee you, he will still find a way to outpoint Canelo by a huge margin. Now make that make sense. I'm running away from you, punching you. Get back. Get back. Get back. No. He'll just get outboxed by someone like Terrence Crawford. But my thing is, can Crawford take those shots? You know, Canelo comes in with those shots, bro. He'll come in with a hard punch. And that punch is like a bolo shot, bro. I'm like, yo, bro, if he catches Terrence Crawford, one of them, man, Terrence might be down. I ain't gonna lie. Because, you know, so Curtis a fight, not a track meet. That's true. Hey, man, I can't help it. Your boy can't cut off the ring. What, he's gonna run to the locker room? He can't get out the ring. You know? See, the styles that people favor, and this is the problem. Canelo ducks, then fights Edgar Berlanga. I doubt he'll fight Crawford. Crawford put the Nebraskan bangs on him. Crawford the same height as Lara. Yeah, I know it. They're all the same height, though. Lara was a little taller than Canelo. Canelo's 5'8". Lara's maybe is 5'8.5", maybe 5'9". You know? But you got to ask yourself, all that shit Canelo was doing, why couldn't he do it there? Why didn't he crush Floyd? Why didn't he crush Lara? See, there's levels to this. A lot of times people think that Canelo, he's got so much better. Maybe he's moved up in weight and he's a pretty good puncher and he's a hell of a counter puncher. You know, Canelo, that's probably his best attribute. He's a counter puncher. He's a good counter puncher. He sets traps. But as far as overall boxing, I don't think he improved. He just looks better based on who he fought. You know what I mean? And he has one hell of a chin. So Canelo has a chin. The only thing that I see in that fight, and here's the thing, it's a lose-lose. If he gets in there and fights Crawford, unless Crawford stops him, he's not gonna win a fight over Canelo. I just don't see that. Not being 37 years old. I don't see that, bro. I don't see it. And Canelo's still younger, even though he fights like he's 50 or 48. He's still young. Belonga versus Plant on Benavidez card would be amazing. Yeah, that would be nice. He said, I'm not paying for a track meet, period. Well, that's okay. Somebody will. But the fight won't be made anyway. Because Canelo, see, Crawford is not, I repeat, he is not Jermell Charlo. Jermell ran. Crawford ain't gonna run. But Crawford's not gonna sit there and let Canelo, throw those big ass potty punches, and he shouldn't. It's just stupid. Who the hell would do that? Floyd wouldn't do that. Nobody would do that. It's just Floyd's style is Floyd, he used his Philly shell because he perfected it. He perfected it. Floyd was in the zone, man. Lara just did it from the outside. And I don't know how Terrence Crawford would do it. But I think Canelo's had enough of those fighters, and he's slowing down too, It's called degeneration, bro. See, Canelo knows he's not the same fighter he used to be. Fighting someone like Terrence Crawford would be a lose-lose, because if he lost, let's see. Well, Canelo gassed against Belonga. And he may gas against Crawford. Crawford might have those type of, and Canelo's good, he's good because he's been around. He has the experience. He's been in there with all those dudes. Think about it. Triple G, Billy Joe Saunders, Edislandi Lara, Floyd Mayweather. He's been in there with damn near everybody iconic except Manny Pacquiao. And this Manny's just Manny, bro. No, I mean, he got all the belts he's gonna get. Canelo, he said, I'm the best fighter in the world. I can do whatever I want. Shout out to Canelo. And that's true, he sure can. He can do whatever he wants. This is perfect for this weather. Dude, it's like, it was 45 degrees. That's really cold for here, bro. That's winter. This is winter weather for us. Summer's definitely gone for here. Can't wait to leave. Only two big fights to make Canelo, Bud, or Morrell. Well, so it is what it is, man. No, Canelo ain't gonna take that fight. Because if Terrence, he knows. He's seen Terrence, bro. Maybe, just maybe. Because you guys remember. You guys understand that Canelo Alvarez would have fought Errol Spence if Errol Spence would have beat Terrence Crawford, but since Terrence Crawford beat Errol Spence, I don't think that's what he would want, because the style, bro. Somebody that can punch like that, somebody that can stop you like that, somebody that surprisingly had the firepower to take out Errol Spence that no one's never done, I think worried a lot of people. A lot of people looked at that and like, whoa, what is Bud really about nowadays? Who is this dude really? Better be Ev will butcher Canelo. Look, I'll buy that fight for $1. Yeah, I would love that fight. Beterbiev versus Canelo, bro. I would love that fight. I would love it, bro. I would love that fight. But style-wise, Beterbiev is way more dangerous than Bivol. Canelo don't want that smoke. Well, Canelo ain't going nowhere. See what'll happen with Bivol. Bivol will just beat Canelo up because Canelo's not going to move anywhere because he don't have the footwork like Bivol. Anybody that like Bivol, the only thing saved Bivol from pure destruction is his footwork. He knew how to get the hell out of Dodge. He knew how to get the hell out of Dodge. Canelo, though? Canelo's a puncher, though. I mean, he'll try to hang in there and see if he can stop him. I think it'll be a firefight, but I think Beterbiev will eventually just beat him up with punches because, see, here's the problem. You guys seen Triple G and Canelo. It will probably be like Triple G Canelo 1, but worse because Beterbiev is more of an attacker. Triple G punches, but Triple G's shots they're heavy, but they're not like Beterbiev. Beterbiev is more of a relentless pressure fighter. Golovkin, he's okay. He's a good jabber. He sets up shots, but everything comes from his jab. The thing that made him so dangerous was you couldn't stop him. And to this day, nobody has ever stopped Golovkin. No one has ever put Golovkin down. No one. No one has never done that. But Canelo versus Beterbiev would be fire. And Canelo won't take that fight. He won't. I would love to see it, though. Whoa, would I love to see a Beterbiev versus Canelo fight? Because Canelo fighting Beterbiev would be a strong, powerful chess move. It would be a strong, powerful chess move because it's almost like, okay, Bivol decisioned me. You decisioned Bivol. Now I'm going to fight the guy that beat me. I'm going to fight the guy that beat me. I'm going to fight the guy that beat the guy that beat me. There you go. Right? Beterbiev versus Canelo would be a one-sided beating. I think Canelo could do well. I mean, you got to remember, Canelo has a chin, bro. You know what I mean? He can hang in there. I think he'll get beat up, though. He would get beat up against Beterbiev because he's just bigger. He's a bigger dude. He's bigger, and he'll throw these shots, and he'll come at Golovkin. Because, see, Canelo revealed to us who was the hardest puncher that he's ever faced, and it surprised a lot of people. It was James Kirkland from Austin, Texas, or San Antonio. Because I recently talked to James Kirkland. Well, a couple of years ago, rather now. But Canelo said that was the hardest puncher that he's ever faced. Triple G's jab was so nasty. Ramrod. Yeah, it was. It was a good jab. But Beterbiev throws those combinations. Man, I would love to see it, though. Beterbiev reminds me of a prime Triple G. I think Golovkin has a better chin. I think he has a better chin. Beterbiev would have to move down to 168. Now, you know that's retarded. You know he ain't doing that. Beterbiev already said, dude, I'm not worried about that guy. Beterbiev don't care about boxing. That's a sport that he's done for a while. He doesn't even watch boxing like that. I mean, he doesn't even like it. I mean, he doesn't like, I don't know what he does. I think Beterbiev's just kind of a boring guy. He's simple. Let's put it that way. He's a simple dude. You don't know how Canelo would fare against Beterbiev. Canelo won't have to find him. No, he won't. But then he won't have to find Canelo either. And see, I gave more credit than everybody else did. You know? A prime Triple G beats Beterbiev. I don't know about that one either. I think that would be one hell of a fight because, see, Golovkin can take shots. But then here's the problem. Golovkin may be able to take the shots of Beterbiev. May. But he will be put down to the body. I think but Beterbiev stops Golovkin to the body. Just like he did Marcus Brown. Just like he hurt Bivol in the body. That's why I didn't understand why didn't he go to the body more. He should have been working that body like a Mexican champ. What if it would be a fire versus fire fight? It would. Kazakhstan versus Russia or Canada probably now. I think Beterbiev would maul Canelo and stop him. Just keep it real. Canelo will gas out throwing hard body hooks, and then Beterbiev will relentlessly beat on him and stop him. That's all. But that's what I see. Canelo gets tired. He's finished. Beterbiev, they'll just beat him up. Arthur wasn't getting rid of Bivol. Bivol got a chin too. You guys underestimate, and that bitch of a wife of his just gave him probably more motivation to stay in there. See, while she's sitting there trying to prey on his downfall, she's actually giving him energy and motivation to stay in the fight. Counterpunch. But anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off of here. I got a lot of videos to do coming soon. You guys, love you guys. Have a great Thursday. And we will, I'll see you live Saturday for the fight. But anyway, you guys be good, be blessed, and everyone has been counterpunched. Peace!